Time is now as we get set for what should be. And it's Nigel the Dark Destroyer Ben. And when you talk about legendary fighters from England, this man has to be on the list.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from London, England, here is a middleweight and super middleweight champion of the...
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Todd, you know when you've got two fighters there that really believe they're going to win, really want to get it on, this is when it gets stupid.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only... And there's the bell to start round one. They exchange punches. Nice exchange here from both men. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. How about that time counter shot? They both want the knockout. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight, the fans are on the edge of their seats.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Look at the footwork, the hand speed. This is the best that the middleweight division has to offer. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Misses with the straight left. Catch and shoot. Well done with that counter shot. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Beautiful counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Big deep breath.
And there's the bell for round two. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Maybe I'm crazy, Johnny, but this slugger's game plan appears to be hit me in the face as many times as you want, and right when you get tired of it, I'm going to catch you with a counter and knock you out. Hold it right there. Ryan Rose did not take that punch well, and he may go down. How is this fight still continuing?
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Swing and a miss with that jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. That counter punch caught him clean. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but nope, despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, makes look so easy.
Got to appear.
Let's get it started in round 3. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter-puncher smart.
Good counter-punch. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He misses with that jab. Nice counter shot. You've got two evenly matched fighters in this weight class. It sometimes comes down to who's in better condition. Caution being thrown to the wind. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about winning that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That hook won't score. And he scores with the counter. He blocks that jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. That counter shot lands. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than equal.
Straight right, just misses. Nice counter. There's a counter shot. Good counter punching. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Nice counter shot. Talk about winning that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job.
On to the 5th we go. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
A perfect counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Beautiful counter shot. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? A perfect counter lands. Holding nothing back here in the round. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that... They are going to surrender. No mas. Well, the corner has thrown in the towel, and that will do it. The fighter not happy, but those are the rules.